We are just getting started. I think we're showing up as live. Again, I'm just going to make sure that it is showing up on YouTube before we start getting into things. Perfect. Okay, we are live.
Yay, live.
Hello, everyone. Yay, we're here. Um, so obviously, if you're watching this, then you are seeing something about the Perfect Storm team build. Now, I did already make a video on this a couple of days ago, but I did want to go over some things with you guys live so that if there's any questions or comments or anything, obviously, you guys feel free to ask them just, like normal, like we always do. And so the second part of this, I'll give you guys some updates on Mingo Cash. Now I know that some of you don't like it, some of you do like it. Just giving you updates as to what's going on there. And I have actually, I have all positive news. And I know it's been a pretty rocky month or so with them because there have been a lot of issues, but they are resolving a lot of things, and they're making a lot more improvements and things that I believe are positive changes to the site and some other things going into the future. So what I'm probably going to do is I'll do a screen share once I get all the information up here. Okay, I'm going to do a little screen share with you guys and show you the graphic from the company, from the Perfect Storm team build, and explain to you what that is and how it could potentially benefit you. And like always, this is information. We're not saying that this is something that you have to join or anything like that. It's an option. It's another tool, so to speak. It's another source of income potentially for you guys. So, and I think this one's super, super awesome. So
It's one that could potentially blow your mind.
Yeah, because the company, and I was able to talk to the owner of the company because I had a question about my account being activated and things like that. There wasn't anything wrong with it or anything. I ended up talking to the owner for a couple of minutes because he happened to answer the phone when I called. So, and he's really excited about this. He actually sent me this little slideshow. This is their official documents. He probably saw my video where I had to get the document from pausing somebody else's video. It was pretty ghetto, but I got the information to you guys. So I'm just going to share with you this part of it because this part is really what I think is something that's super important. And basically all it is, well, I don't mean all it is, like it's not a big deal, but the company itself is going to be adding leads to the system, and to the system, I mean, they're going to be adding leads to people that are already customers, that are already paid members. And they're just going to load these leads in approximately every 7 to 10 days. Now, this is starting late next week. I don't have an official exact date, but we'll just say the target date is definitely by next weekend. So late next week is when they're going to start doing this. And they're going to do this about every 7 to 10 days. They're going to be loading, 300,000 to 500,000 new leads. And these are leads that the company is acquiring through splash pages, through people sign up for information. And I believe they're also getting leads from other sources, surveyed leads. For anybody that's in marketing, that there are companies that specifically sell surveyed leads, which these are leads that people fill out a generic form, people that are looking to make money online, and they'll fill out a generic form that says, what they're willing to spend, what their occupation is, and things like that. So they're using similar systems. I don't know exactly where they're getting these leads. That's not really important. The important thing is that they're doing this, and this is free. Like, they're not charging you guys anything for this. Like, this is huge marketing. This is what a lot of big marketers do. I say a lot because not everybody does this, but this is not, this concept of contacting leads in this way isn't necessarily new, but their system and the way that they're putting it together is just, I think it's really great. Because it's something that, it's not costing you anything extra. So basically what's going to happen is they're going to make a separate website. They called it the holding tank. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's basically a pre-build where these leads will get emails, obviously, and they'll get a temporary login to this holding tank website where they can log in and they can see who has been placed under them and where they're at, and also get information about the company. I think the company's sending them an email approximately every other day. I think they're sending about 4 emails throughout the 7 to 10 days time period. And then if people decide to join in, they become, they fall under whoever it is that they're randomly assigned to from the system. If they decide that they don't want to be a part of it, then they're taken out of the system, and that leaves room for, another fresh set of leads to be loaded into the system. So there's no dead spots in it. Everybody's given 7 to 10 days to make their decision. And, obviously if they say yes, they stay in. So for the next leads that are loaded in, they are now a paid customer, which makes them qualified to receive, the leads and potentially the signups. Now, me personally, I think it's going to take a couple of rounds of this for it to be effective, because this is something that they're going to have to tweak. They have an autoresponder system set up for these leads, but it is going to be a trial and error. So I'm not expecting that, even though these are big numbers, I'm not expecting really high number of results for at least the first couple of times that they do this. But again, this is a free service that they're giving you. You don't have to pay anything for this, and for you to acquire these leads on your own, I mean, that's you're talking a lot of money for these types of, the quality of these leads. If you were to purchase them, it would be in the thousands of dollar range. But they're doing this as a company because they're also making money as well, and they want to help people. They want, it's called people helping people for a reason. They actually do want to help you. And this is one tool. I don't think that this should be the only thing that you're relying on. However, if that's your choice, if you want to just join something and just, see what happens with the company doing all the advertising for you, you can do that. I obviously, myself and Donald, we're definitely way more proactive than that, and we will be advertising, and we have our own separate little team build in addition to what this company is doing. But this is something that I think is really great. It's really great for beginners and for people that have experience as well. I am not going to do any heavy marketing until at least after the first campaign is completed. And that's just because I want to give you guys real results from what I'm receiving. And like I said, I'm not expecting anything this first round. I'm really not expecting that much for the first couple of rounds, because this is a trial and error, and there's all kinds of factors and all kinds of things that will need to be tweaked. But this is still something that's super exciting. I mean, what other company is giving, paying for these leads? They're paying for it in some way. They're either paying for the leads directly, or they're paying for advertising to get the leads to, opt in on their splash pages. And this is spam free. These are double opt-in, and you don't have to contact these people at all. It's completely hands off. You don't have to send them any follow-up emails. They're sent that information from the companies doing all of that for you. So you don't have to contact the people that, are falling into your leads. You don't have to contact them. They're already being contacted for you on behalf of the company. So this, I think, is really, really great. I'm going to stop screen sharing and allow Donald to comment, because there may be some things that I missed, or maybe he just wants to give his opinion on his perspective. So Donald, go ahead.
All right. Well, number one, you need to double check what you're doing, because whatever you're trying to screen share did not come through. So, all right. Now let me go ahead and add my 2 cents. There is actually, if you join under myself or Justine, you will actually be part of 3 separate team builds. And first thing I need to mention that might excite you a little bit is it's a forced matrix. You really, if you want to be completely lazy, just join the company, pay your starting fee, do nothing, which a lot of people do anyway when they join programs. You can do that. That's fine. You're going to receive spillover sooner or later. Now, obviously, you want to be proactive. So, like me and Justine, I'm starting advertising a little bit tonight. Let me just go over a couple things. You got the company that will be uploading the 300 to 500,000 prospects into the holding tank. They will be given 7 to 10 days to decide to join. They will actually be able to see some type of results from the company's advertising, and then they can make their decision. The next thing is there is also a team built by Justine's sponsor called the World's Largest Matrix. I actually have signed up for this company twice. Once I've already joined and paid my account, locked my position in, I'm set. I also went in to test what he's doing by signing up under the world's largest matrix. And I'm getting the email updates daily as to the progress for his team build. So you got that. And then, of course, you got mine and Justine's advertising that we'll be doing as things go along. But it's a forced matrix. So you could receive tons of spillover from just that 300,000 to 500,000 email prospects. So literally, if you want to be lazy, you can. This is probably one of the biggest mind-blowing things ever. Very rarely does a company advertise for its members. Usually you have to advertise for the company, get the referrals, earn the referral commission, things like that. But with this, the company is helping you fill your matrix. That is like almost unheard of. And we're talking 300,000 to 500,000 prospects weekly, or roughly weekly, every 7 to 10 days. Like Justine said, it may take a couple of rounds for this thing to kick off, but a month from now, you might be kicking yourself in the butt if you don't at least sign up on one of the, either pay for your position or at least lock a position in the team build on the world's largest matrix, because you will see results. And as time goes on, I'll be posting my results right here on YouTube. Okay, back to you, Justine.
Yeah, and sorry about that screen share, guys. Sometimes screen sharing just doesn't work right on Hangouts. It's just a thing. I thought I was screen sharing. It doesn't really matter. I was just showing you a graphic that said the same things that I was telling you, so you didn't really miss anything. But sorry about that. You know, it looked like it was screen sharing, but like I said, it's live. It happens. So it wasn't screen sharing, but you really didn't miss anything. So I was just basically reading off the graphic and giving you my interpretation of other things as well. So you didn't really miss anything. And yeah, Donald, that's a great point. That's something that I forgot to mention, is that, you know, not only do you have what the company is doing, but you also have the marketing efforts of our team. As in, you know, I have my own special team splash page, and also the main team, which is, you know, the world's largest matrix team build as well, and you can be getting spillover from that. And I know that spillover works from that because I myself was a spillover member. If I look into my back office, I see that my sponsor is actually the founder of the world's largest matrix, that part of the team build, and I fell under somebody else in his team. And I can see that that person, I'm not going to show you that person's name, but it shows you in the back office who you fall under. You know, it shows like sponsor and parent. So I know that it works because I myself I'm a spillover person. So my signing up under my sponsor gave that other person spillover. So that is working, and that's working the way it's supposed to. And this is just really, I think this is just really great. And like Donald said, like I think it's a great opportunity. Again, we're not, you know, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. That's fine. But this is something that we are both going to be involved in pretty heavily. Obviously, we're going to share our results to you, probably on these Hangouts and in separate videos and things of that nature. And this is something that's super exciting. You know, I don't know of any other company that's putting this much advertising in for its members without charging some kind of a fee. Because this type of marketing, it's expensive. It is. So if you want to do this type of marketing, it costs a lot of money, and they're doing this to help everybody. So this is great. I think it's wonderful. You know, if you guys have any questions, please leave them as comments below. Obviously, you know, like anything else, and if, you know, Donald, if you want to say anything else about it, you can. If not, I will get to the Mingle Cash updates.
All right, I think for now we've covered all we need to cover. You can go ahead and hit the Mingle Cash updates. I'm not seeing any questions anywhere, so.
Okay. And I mean, I'm not going to do, I was going to do a screen share, but apparently screen shares aren't working right now. So I'll just go over the changes. And for those of you that are members in Mingle Cash, you can log into your back office and see these changes yourself. For those of you that aren't, you know, feel free to sign up for a free account below. So one of the major changes that they've done over the past couple of weeks is that they used to have a system where you would earn either from yourself or your downline. And right now, and they've implemented this a couple of weeks ago. I didn't really talk about it. I think I might have mentioned it sort of in passing, but I didn't really talk about it until I wanted to test it out, make sure it was fully functional. But basically what they're doing now is you're earning both from yourself and your downline until your downline surpasses you. And you'll be able to see this in your back office. If you log into your back office and you see anything that's highlighted in green, that means that your downline is making more in this particular, whatever section it is, than you are, and you're earning only from your downline because they're surpassing you. There's actually a few ways, like for the watch and earn, I'm not earning anything, so obviously my downline is surpassing me on that. And also for the offer walls, I personally am not participating in those, but my downline members are, and I'm earning from them. And from the PC games, I'm earning from both my personal use and my downline, because right now my downline is not surpassing me. So you're getting a little bit of both. Basically what the company is doing is it's paying out a lot more at the beginning for people that want to recruit, so that you can still earn from your downline while you're building your downline. And once your downline surpasses you, you'll just be earning from your downline. That's because, you know, it's not really sustainable for them to basically pay out 100% or close to 100% is what they're doing when they're paying you and your downline, essentially. So that's a great improvement. That's something that I think is really, really good. That's something that I talked to the owner personally about. I was like, you gotta give people a little bit of motivation here, and they fixed it. They listened, and it was something that they decided that they wanted to do. So they implemented that change. So thumbs up to you guys for that. They also worked on giving people instant earnings for watching, for everything, showing the instant earnings instead of pending, instead of, the 48 hours. No, there still may be some adjustments, but so far their estimates have been a lot more accurate than the estimates in the past. And, they're still working on some tweaks, so there's still going to be some adjustments. But as of right now, you're able to see instantly when you earn approximately what you earn. So it's another change that they're doing, and eventually that will be more, it will just continue to be more accurate as things go on. And they're not getting this data from the ad company until the 48 hours, but they're working on other things. They're working on different ad companies, and they're working on just crediting people the average and then adjusting the average. Lots of technical stuff. Doesn't really, how it's happening isn't really super important, but that's another thing that they're working on. And one other thing I do want to mention is they are adding another watch and earn, which is going to be semi-passive. It's going to be, like I mentioned this before, it's taken them a few weeks to develop it because they want to make sure that when they release it, with as few bugs as possible. There's obviously still going to be some bugs with anything new is released. It's not, nothing's perfect. I mean, just think about how many times has, Microsoft released an update that's kind of screwed things up, and then they have to release a bug fix to fix the update. It happens. It's software. It's buggy. It's just a normal thing. But I am helping to test out this watch and earn. And we've already found two problems. Well, I mean, problems in quotes, two things that they're going to fix to make it smoother and run better for everybody. And how that's going to work is, at first they're going to release it only to US members, and then in a couple of weeks after that they're going to release it worldwide. Now, they had to release it first to US members for reasons that it's just it's complicated and not really not necessary. I mean, it's relevant, I guess, but I mean, if you really, really want to know, you can contact me and I can tell you, but it's really not something that most people even care about. Anyway, we'll just sum it up to, per advertiser request or for technical reasons, they have to do that, but they are going to release it worldwide, but it is going to be released for US members first. And this is probably going to take a few days to another week, because like I said, there's been several of us testing it. I think there's about 20 people right now that are testing it. And if you're in the US and you want to test it, then just because you want to help contribute, let me know and I'll send you the link and you can test it and you'll report anything that's weird. But like I said, we found two major things that need to be fixed before it's released publicly, and they're working on that. So those things obviously are going to be fixed before they go live with everything. But I just wanted to give you guys that update. There's another thing that's coming with them as well, but another way to monetize is they're adding this this sort of trivia game or trivia site where I don't know exactly how it works, but I think for every question you get, you view an ad and you earn from viewing the ads. I think this one's going to be unlimited. So it's another way to earn. It's just by answering trivia questions. Again, I haven't been able to see or test out this website yet, so I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but it's going to be just another income stream, another way for you to earn. So if you like trivia, a lot of people like trivia, that might be something that you're interested in doing. Other than that, I mean, that's a lot of updates. That's basically all I have for updates on that. Donald, did you have any questions, or is there anything that I should clarify?
For Mingle Cash, nope. I think you pretty much covered everything. Like I said, you are the Mingle Cash expert. So when it comes to that, I'll just keep my mouth shut. But going back to the Perfect Storm, just want to let you know that the world's largest Matrix team build has only been up and running maybe for a week. And according to the latest email, they've already got 2,200 members. So they're roughly getting 150 to 200 new members each day. So that's going to be added in addition to the company to fill in your downline in the People Helping People Perfect Storm. So I urge you to check everything out and go sign up.
Yeah, and I don't think I explained. I have a little echo.
Yes, you have a little one. Okay, I think you're good now.
All right, one thing that I didn't explain to people, at least I don't think I did, I might have in my video, is basically that it with the People Helping People, whether you're getting your your paid customers from yourself or your upline as spillover, it doesn't matter. There are no personal recruitment requirements for you, so it does not matter if you get through spillover, or if you get it through your own efforts, or if you get it through the company leads. It's all the same. So that's another thing for you guys to think about. I don't think I mentioned it on this, but it doesn't matter. So if you're like, well, I don't want to promote the team build, I want to promote my own link. Well, okay, that's fine. You can promote your own link, but it doesn't matter whether or not they're your personal customers or signups or not. It does not matter. It's all the same. So it's something that because some companies do require that you have to have at least 3 of your own personal. There's none of those requirements here. So however they land in your, under you is perfectly fine. So I just wanted to kind of mention that. All right.
Unless we have other questions, let me do a quick check here.
I don't see any questions.
I don't see any questions.
Okay.
Right.
So
I guess we'll see everybody next week. We'll be able to post more results of what's going on with the Perfect Storm, Mingle Cash, the Coin Pressions 2 team build, and everything else that we're involved in.
Yeah, Coin Pressions 2 is still going really, really well. So if you're interested in that, I might add the link at the end of this broadcast. But check out those other videos. Donald has some on his channel. I have some on mine. That's going really well. The way we have it set up with our, the way that we're getting, Donald and I are getting signups is working really well. Definitely going to be something that we're going to continue to do. And for those of you that are wondering, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm able to, my hands, my arms are feeling better.
The arms are better, but we have other issues now to worry about. You guys, this particular hangout, it's a miracle we got it through between broken toes and computer malfunctions. We almost didn't make it, but we persevered, and we are here to help you guys in any way we can. And you can see the struggle sometimes you have to go through.
Yeah. We had originally planned this for 1 o'clock, and I think I told a couple of people that it was going to be 1 o'clock, and I apologize that we weren't able to do that. But the reason we weren't able to do that is because I have a bad toe, and I broke that stupid thing again. Like literally 20 minutes before I was going to set up the link for the Hangout, that happened, and I actually had, my boyfriend set up my computer and my headset and everything in bed right now because any pressure on my foot right now really hurts. So I broke my toe right before the Hangout again because it's a bad, anyway, doesn't matter. And Donald has had some computer issues, so but we're still here, and we're still, I even had a backup plan. I was like, I'll do it from my phone if I have to. And Donald, was we tested out the Hangout to make sure that it was working on his computer because he recently had to do a complete reset. So sometimes I can mess all kinds of things up, but we're still here. So I do apologize to those. Like I think I'm pretty sure I told 2 people that we were going to do it at 1 o'clock. I apologize that we're a couple hours late, but you know,
better late than never.
Yeah, you know, we do what we can. You know, we're human, so life happens, and but we do our best to make sure that we're here for you guys whenever possible, even if we're fashionably late, like we were today. But thank you guys very much for listening and for supporting. I'm definitely seeing a lot more activity on my channel, a lot more likes and comments and things like that. I very much appreciate this, guys. It really helps me to know what kind of content you guys like and you know what kind of stuff you maybe don't like, things like that. So I very much appreciate the interactions, and you know, one of my videos actually got quite a lot of likes, so thank you guys very much for that. You know, it's still a small channel and I appreciate every single one of you. Even if you guys don't agree with me all the time, that's fine. You don't have to like everything that I say. That's fine. You know, I subscribe to a lot of channels where I don't always agree with everything that people say, but I do still get some value from the content. And I want to thank every one of you for supporting us and for being here. And we will see you next week, broken bones or not.
One way, shape, or form, we will be here.
We'll be here. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And again, like always, you know, you guys know how to reach me. Comments for general questions, comments are preferred because that helps other people. But if you have any specific questions or anything that you want to bring up, feel free, you know, to contact me on, you know, whichever. I'm on a million different messaging platforms. A lot of you have my email address. And if you don't have any other way to contact me, just contact me through the comments and we'll get to you. So thank you guys very much, and we hope to see you next week and on other videos where we'll have some more updates. And this is all really exciting stuff, guys. So very much looking forward to all of these updates myself.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.